lost a reader because I'm so mad at you.
One thing about me, I cannot stand ads.
Did I just get a tear on my book? The bingling in the Onyx Storm is the cutest thing in the entire world.
I read for vibes, and I don't theorize. Listen, one thing about me, older people, I can't.
Is this the yearning that the girlies want?
Sometimes I forget that authors are real people.
When you have this much left. So, my hopes are in the gutter. Hi besties, we are starting this video off at a strong note with Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. Look at these sprayed edges, they're stunning. They don't match my other two, but that's fine. This stunning detailed map, clearly one of my favorite parts of a fantasy book, and let's go ahead and get started with this very anticipated release. The next fantasy I'm going to focus on is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I'm going to make a good dent in this today because I am on chapter 29 to 52. I don't know how far that is, but honestly not having it on my Kindle has really slowed my progress on this because I don't have a booklight. I lost it in the move. I definitely am beating myself up and I'm getting berated by my bestie to finish this. So I'm well aware it is in progress, okay? It is in progress. I'm trying. Just not having it on my Kindle is presenting more challenges than I thought. But that's my update. We're gonna now move my focus onto Onyx Storm. Hi besties. Okay, so it has been quite a while since I have even started Onyx Storm. Girl, why haven't I finished it yet? I just knew that at the point I stopped, it was going to really pick up and I didn't want to be distracted. I wanted to be able to binge it and really be fully captivated in this world when things started to pick up. So I put a pause on it and then I have just been reading other books. So it has been an unfair break for Miss Onyx Storm here. I got up to chapter 40. My thoughts so far. I think having read Iron Flame and then going immediately into Onyx Storm was amazing because it kind of picks up right where Iron Flame leaves off. Other thoughts, I've actually been enjoying it. I'm here for the ride. I'm just excited to be back in this world with these characters, Violet and Xaden, and I'm really loving the bits of found family or found friends. I have a couple favorite characters, but I don't want to say anything because I don't want to manifest any ill will. I feel like I'm going to tread very lightly and be very, very broad about this book. This book has taken a direction that I really didn't see coming. But again, I'm going to be broad, I'm going to be annoying. So I have since backtracked a little bit, but those are my feelings so far. I've been really, really taking my time reading this because I don't want to be any minutely distracted while reading it because this book deserves nothing less. Rebecca Yarros almost did something in chapter 36 and I almost DNF'd it. Like, I'm not even kidding you. If something happens to this character, I am not continuing the series. I'm not, and it's a side character. And if something happens to this person, it's like there are a few characters in this series that if something happens to them, this series is done. You lost a reader because I'm so mad at you. Rebecca Yarros scared me in chapter 36. Every single letter of each page, I'm just like, thank you, Mr. Rebecca Yarros, because I just know that there's not a predicted next book in the series. So I'm like dreading finishing it, but also very excited to finish it so I can understand the lore. and not have to like be scared to go on Instagram or TikTok. So
Hi bestie, thank you so much for watching my video. Quick little, can you see I'm editing the video? Anyways, editing Tori here. I just wanted to give you a little warning. The next clips are me reading this book. The videos I made were to my bestie who had already read the book and is obsessed with the series. I decided to include them. There are a couple quotes, but they're very out of line and they wouldn't make sense unless you've read it. I was very mindful about spoiling anything, so you can watch at your own risk. I don't think they're spoilers, they're just my raw reactions to what I was reading. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a warning. You can skip to this point. I'm going to put somewhere on the screen where you can skip to if you don't want any context, but I wanted to include it because it was low-key funny while watching my reactions back, and I hope you decide to watch and hopefully you get a laugh out of it. Definitely some out-of-pocket, very dramatic experience that I had with that book, but I just wanted to give you a warning. Next couple of minutes are my reading experience with Onyx Storm. Again, there's no spoilers, there's no plot being discussed. It's just my reactions to what I was reading at that time, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you again, and hopefully you laugh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are humans so rare you have to share? Wait. What? I'm so shook. That has to mean something. That has to mean something. You undervalue our connection. Yeah, you're bonded. And Riddick is just cracking me up. He's literally cracking me up. I love that guy. Please continue. Stop it. Oh my god. I don't think he's gonna do anything. No, he, like, literally, I will stop reading this book. I will stop. No. Literally, I'm gagged over here. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's live in your delusion for the hypothetical. Shut up, my show is on. Shut up, my show is on. I'm skipping the ads. Period. Literally, Riddick. Rebecca Yarros knew what she was doing with this fucking chapter. Like, this, me, this, yep. That was funny. That is hilarious. I'm still pissed. No, yeah, that was hilarious. I love this book. Oh, they had a big. They got fucked, basically. How freaky. Freaky that I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm on page 370. I'm afraid. Like, I'm unwell afraid. My little drink. Spindrift sparkling waters. Ready? I'm hoping it picked up the bubbly since I'm wearing AirPods. If I didn't, then I just look fucking dumb. Oh, but these fire. I don't even like sparkling water. Am I like literally healthy? I'm on page 371. Haven't made much progress because I need a little fun drink. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm doing this update with the bingley. It looks funny. I just finished chapter 45. I liked that. Yeah, that was cute. That was really cute. And I am scared to continue, but I'm going to. Duh. And they did like this whole maneuver and it was like pretty badass. Like the thing that I have in my head is pretty cool. Tell me that's not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire world. The Bingling and the Onyx Storm. The Bingling and the Onyx Storm is the cutest thing in the entire world. Okay, I got dinner going. If Violet... Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. What does he say? Oh my god, I have to stir my food. Bye. Right? Okay. Facts. She's spitting right now. Who is she spitting at right now? He sighs. Who is this? Did I miss something? Anyways, she's spitting facts, and I'm like, yeah, Violet. Speak up for you and your man. Speak up for you and your man. Literally, what the is gonna happen? Okay, this is what we're working with. What is it? Be for real. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? I don't think so. Am I gonna find out? Let me just read. It just got further. Is this the yearning that the girlies want? Because this to me is yearning. Getting touch. Bingo. Do you hear this? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh yeah, horny Zayden is. Yep. Of course it's more dangerous. Shut the fuck up. Dude, okay, one, I didn't see that coming. Two, Rebecca Yarros has a good way of accelerating something you would think is mundane. I loved Aaron, Annie, and Erna. If I just keep reading, it's gonna get explained. Yeah. Don't. I just finished chapter 58. I'm hoping it's one of those things where it's like, just relax, just continue, just keep reading. But we know how ruthless Miss Yarros is when you have this much left. So, my hopes are in the gutter. My hopes are in the fucking gutter. Literally jaw dropped. Don't even. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading, but I'm sick. Dude, I haven't read anything yet, but I'm actually going to lose it if my eyes are watering and I haven't even read anything. Dude, that better not happen. I haven't even read it, but I'm afraid. I could be gaslighting myself and everything's fine. Did I just get a tear on my book? Dude, I'm literally crying over something I don't even know is gonna happen. I'm being dramatic. LOL. My theory didn't happen. I'm so dramatic. There was no need for those tears. That would have been a good plot twist though, you know? Page 483, and I am approaching the 30-page mark. I can't, I'm sick just thinking about it. It just concerns me. What do you mean? I knew it. I was like, there's no way. Yes. I love that. And he's a G. He's a G. Can you see my tiredness? I'm so tired. But I literally have less than 10 pages. What the fuck? I don't know how I feel about that ending. That doesn't sit right with me.
Hi besties, so I figured I should do an update for you all. I'm currently reading an anticipated release, Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. This is a book that I didn't really think I was going to read, but I've been seeing a lot of discussion about it, so I'm kind of having a little bit of FOMO. What it's about, it's a college romance, and the female main character, Scarlett, is a well acclaimed, qualified diver. I'm not really sure. I don't know a lot about the whole diving lore, shall I say. I'm not educated on that, so I'm learning as I'm reading, and I don't know if that's the best way to do it. Scarlett is a diver, a competitive diver, a D1 athlete, and she talks about an injury that she's had and the mental block that she has. Like, she knows that her body is fully healed, but she can't get over mentally what happened, because obviously that's traumatizing. She is dealing with that. It's been brought up a couple times. And then we have the male main character, and his name is Lucas Blomqvist. Apparently he's a Swedish student, international D1 athlete, and he is a swimmer. And long story short, they have like this weird meet cute, shall I say. Pen is Luke's girlfriend, and we kind of learn that dynamic. She likes to overshare, shall I say, and so that kind of leads them into the predicament they're in. And then because they are in a college setting, they are also now going to be working together on a research project, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. 18% in the book, so I feel like I have a good idea of what's going on. If you have heard about Deep End, then you know that it is a very spicy, erotic, maybe, romance that Ali Hazelwood has written. That has definitely been reflected so far in what I've read. Not necessarily scenes, but discussions. That leads back to my first point on chapter 4. I felt like what was currently being talked about between Pen and Scarlett, it was just making me feel left out as a reader. Like, I felt like it was too early on for them to be talking, and I just felt confused, like a fly on the wall, and I didn't really know what was happening. Eventually, you understand a little bit more explanation, or you're given a little bit more explanation, but for me, it just was initially like I was confused, and I was so early in the book. I was at 7%. I didn't know the female main character Scarlett's history, but I was supposed to know. So it's kind of like showing and not telling, or telling but not showing, if that makes sense. However, on the flip side, I do like Scarlett as a character. She is a chronic overthinker, and I definitely relate to that based on the way she sets up her course schedule, the way she's very disciplined with being a student athlete. If you've read it, so far I'm only 18% in, so again, pretty new into the book, but take like any sexual thing out and just hear what I'm about to say. Luke reminds me of Mr. Mans because he is very direct in what he says. He's very aware of his surroundings and his environment, body language. So I really thought of Mr. Mans while reading that. It's also the fact that he's like super cool, calm, collected. Scarlett describes him as like having peace with the universe, and I'm like, that is so him, and I am so chronically overthinking. There's some similarities that I felt like I could totally see Luke as a character. Deep End, so far so good. But I am so excited because my third day clay sip cup came in the mail, and it is so cute. I have an iced coffee in here, but it's just like little sweethearts, and it has a heart little sip. It's so cute. So I made an iced coffee in here today, and I'm just loving it so much. This is gonna be my new go-to. I'm just so glad I finally got my hands on one. So it's a little belated Valentine's Day gift.
look at my dog. If I look a little done up, it's because I was just out. And then I immediately took off my out clothes and I put on my comfy shirt. So I wanted to talk to you about the book that I started, and that is Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. This is the final installment in the Ruinous Love trilogy. I loved Butcher and Blackbird. Leather and Lark was okay. I was really hopeful, still am hopeful about this. If you can see, I made a pretty good dent in this. Yesterday I did my nails and I think they turned out so cute, and I'm loving the green. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend, so it's just a vibe and I'm here for it. If you're wondering, because I like to do nails at home, and if you like to do nails at home, I don't gatekeep here, okay? I'm an open book. Just ask me questions. This is Beetle's nail tip and glue set. I don't know like how long it lasts, but I got it on Amazon and it came with like an LED light and everything, and they feel pretty good. So I think prep is really important. I just feel more of a human being when my nails are done. Let's talk about the book. Okay, so it's about Fionn, I think it's how you say his name, and Rose. Fionn is a doctor in the town, and then Rose is a motorcyclist, like performer in a circus, and something happens, she breaks her leg, and guess who helps her? Fionn. And I love that. I love Fionn as a character. I decided to pick up the audiobook because it's dual narrator, and so I have been listening to that. I did that when I was doing my nails and my toes, but we don't show that on the internet voluntarily, okay, or for free. My thoughts. I like Fionn as a character. I love like his chapters. Rose is okay. I'm pretty neutral to her. And what else? I like that he is like taking care of her in like a forced proximity kind of. I love that. There's also the Suture Sisters, I think is what the term is. They are a crochet group of women, and I love that. I feel like they bring such like humor to the book. Like the couple scenes that they've been in here, I really like that, and so I really enjoyed that part. And then I'm curious to see where this goes. There is a character that I have some suspicions about. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this ends. We've gotten some glimpses of the past characters, specifically Rowan and Sloane. And I'm wondering, and if you've read this series, please let me know in the comments, is this book taking place at the same time? Because it taught like the events that happened in this book were, if I'm not crazy, what they're talking about happened in the other books. So I'm like, it's kind of cool. They're same timeline, but different point of view, maybe? I didn't realize that. Hopeful, I'm enjoying it. Honestly, I don't really have that many thoughts. I'm just vibing. If you want that kind of book, but like murder, gory, serial killer stuff, I would recommend it. I will say it's not as gory as I thought. It is spicy for sure. I could do it without that, honestly. It's the Love Ruinous trilogy. Like, we know, okay? But yeah, I felt like instant attraction. Like, they're very like just sexually driven, and that's fine. I don't know. I feel like it's not adding anything to the plot, if that makes sense. It's pretty mediocre for now. The audiobook, I think, says I have 2 hours and 7 minutes. So I think that's very manageable. So we're just going to continue to read. Sorry, I just kind of binged a lot of it yesterday when I was doing my nails. It's time to finish a series. I'm so excited to cross it out in my reading journal. Anyways, I need you to say hi to my dog. Did you say hi? Say hi to the camera. Okay. Bye.
we're gonna finish her hungover. I think that is the best course of action, because there's nothing more I want to do than just lay in bed. So why not do like one of my favorite things and read? I'll talk to you when I finish it.
Okay, besties. So I, in fact, finished Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver a couple of days ago, and I think I'm landing at 3.5 or 4 stars. I enjoyed the conclusion. I don't really have any more notes for you other than the fact that I'm excited to see where Bryn Weaver's like writing journey goes from here. I feel like she kind of hinted at an additional series that we might see, so that's exciting. I think it was a pretty average book. I liked Fionn more than Rose, for sure. Obviously, it's a spicy, gory book. I felt like this was the least gory of them all. Towards the end, not to get too spoilery, but I really liked the letters. There were some letters going back and forth, and I really liked that aspect because I'm just a words of affirmation kind of girly, and I love when I get to see stuff like that in a fictional book. So yeah, other than that, I would highly recommend this series. Again, Butcher and Blackbird is my absolute favorite, but like, all of them are a good fun time. I have an update for you on an anticipated release, Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I am struggling through this book. I find it interesting thinking back because when I first found out about this book by her, I was not interested in it at all. But then it got a lot of hype, a lot of good reviews, and so I was like, okay, well maybe. So I am currently 63% through with this book, and I'm thinking about DNFing it simply because I know what happens at the end. It got spoiled for me, and it's a romance, so like I'm not pressed about it, and I just am not connecting to the characters. I feel like I'm skimming a lot, and it's just like I don't want to feel resentful towards the book, you know? I want to give every book a good chance, and if I'm already not enjoying it 63% through the book, then I don't know realistically how much I'm going to enjoy it. Like, it has been a struggle. I like read the first 30 something percent and then put it down for a long time, binged it and got to like 50%, and I just wasn't enjoying it. And then it's like, okay, now I'm like dragging on, you know? So I feel like right now, I don't know if it's a soft DNF. I don't know if it's like a hardcore DNF, but at this time, I'm not really vibing with it, and I don't want to force myself to read something that I'm not enjoying when I have so many books that I need to read. So I think I'm going to put a pin in this, stop putting pressure on it. It's unfortunate because I did spend money on the ebook and stuff, but I'm just not vibing with it, and that's okay. Reading is subjective. If you've read this, please let me know how your thoughts are. I'm finding that it's just not interesting to me, and that's just me being very respectful. You know? So I think we're going to shift gears a little bit, move on to another book that I've been really excited for. I think I'm going to start Rebel Witch. I know, really exciting stuff. So I don't think it's on Kindle Unlimited. It's not on Kindle Unlimited. Buy for $11.99. I mean, I want to read it anyway, so like, let's go for it. How would I like to pay? I don't know, my credit card? Okay, we have ordered it. I am really excited to get into this and to finish a series I am in the middle of, so it's like a double-edged sword, you know? Yay! Okay, once I have started this, I will go ahead and keep my besties updated, okay? Also, at this time, I have hit 500 subscribers. I'm sorry. I can't even believe that. Like, you are joking me. I feel so grateful. I'm so grateful for every view, every subscriber, every like, every comment. Like, I'm just so happy you're here. So thank you so much. Like, you seriously make my day. And just to know that I have 500 besties supporting my channel is just very surreal. And so I just wanted to say thank you for being here. Hi besties. I know the background is very boring. You definitely want to see my bookshelves, but this is just how it is. I have started Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. I say Cicerelli. Is it Cicerelli? Let's see. Hold on. We're gonna do some research real quick.
Sharing.
One thing about me, I cannot stand ads.
Ciccarelli.
Kristen Ciccarelli. Let me see if she's done any interviews.
Talk at the DMV, and I think
Again, these ads. They're gonna be the death of me.
I'm your host, Edward Willett, and this episode's guest, Kristen Siccarelli.
Siccarelli. Oh my god, I've been saying it wrong. Oh my god, who is this man? He is so cute.
Greatly resides in the Niagara Region of Ontario.
Why?
And total.
Why am I gonna get emotional over this? Oh my god, he only has 178 views. Who is this man? He did an interview with her. Why am I literally about to subscribe out of just my... Listen, one thing about me, older people, I can't. It makes me scared when I'm older. Like, is anyone going to feel the way that I feel about me?
Hi, besties. I am just being a little girl, reading on my Kindle and on the couch. I feel like it's a new location unlocked sometimes when you don't read in an area for a long time. Anyways, I digress. I'm saying words, but I'm not saying anything. I have gotten from I think 6%, now I'm at 14%. Be proud, I know. I just read a scene and I'm like, you know. Also, I was definitely saying her name wrong. It's Kristen Siccarelli. I was saying Cicerelli. It's Siccarelli. But she was doing an interview with a podcast, and the older man was so sweet, and he seemed very happy for her, and she seems like really cool, down to earth. She grew up on a farm. She has a little daughter, and she lives in Canada. I feel like I learned so much about her, so it's making me appreciate reading this just a little bit more. I feel like sometimes I forget that authors are real people with real, regular, normal life. That's something silly of me. Just made it to chapter 10, and I'm really happy to be back in this world. Just knowing the pain of Heartless Hunter, man, I'm just scared because it feels like things have already unraveled about one of the main characters' past. I didn't either remember or we just found out about it. I feel like I've already kind of got where the story is going, if that makes sense. It's dual point of view, so I'm trying to understand that plotting way. Am I even speaking English? Hold on. Something has been revealed about where I think the plot is going to go. However, it's dual point of view, so I have no idea where it's gonna go from here, but I would say the stakes are high. To me, this is a pretty high stakes book. We got a witch and a witch hunter who just keep running into each other. Really enjoying it. I'm happy to be back on my Kindle reading game. I swear, I feel like maybe that's why I wasn't in the mood to read Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. I know, I'm saying those words, but I think it's because it's a physical book, and I am such in my Kindle era right now. I do not want to pick up a single physical copy. Me and her, we're besties right now. So anyways, that is my update. Also, I would like to say, in that podcast interview thing, we found out, or Kristen, Miss Kristen, she announced the plot of her next book, A Vampire and Wolf YA duology. That sounds so exciting, and now reading this duology, I think it's gonna be really hard for me to not immediately pick up the first book, because I really liked how late I picked up Heartless Hunter, because I only had 2 or 3 months to wait for The Rebel Witch. So I'm damn, now that I know her writing style and I know the plot, part of the plot / synopsis of her next duology, I'm really gonna want to pick it up immediately. I'm gonna have to restrain. I have no idea when it's gonna come out, but she's just said she's been approved to write that duology, and so I'm I love when authors have interviews, small-ish creators in a way, but also drop the tea. I'm give it to me. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to reading, but me and Dippy, we just vibing. Hi, how are you? I'm drinking a matcha in my cutie little 3rd day cup. Yes, I am using a straw even though it's a sip cup. I just
that is the vibe, okay? I think I've perfected my at-home matcha recipe using my new matcha powder. Like, I needed to figure out that because I was using the jade leaf sweetened cafe blend, but I didn't like, felt like it was too sweet, you know, like I wanted to add honey, but I felt like it was too sweet with the honey. So yeah, I got a regular matcha powder. It's from More Than Matcha. It's a ceremonial grade. It's really good, and I signed up for a subscription, so I should never run out. Trash is being taken out. Switched my case because I felt like it. So we're using her, and we are currently reading Rebel Witch. I'm on chapter 32, 44% through the book. My bun is hitting this pole. It's gonna bother me. And I am eating up everything. I'm eating all the crumbs. I don't want the story to end. I am sad that the duology is gonna be over after this, but I'm also excited to finish a series that I'm in the middle of. I just got to part 2, and I feel like this is really where the plot is going to thicken. You know what I'm saying? I have 5 hours left in this book. 5 hours. I feel like I'm such a slow reader, but I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to rush this, so hopefully we can do this. Okay, bye. Good morning, besties. How are we? It's probably not morning for you, but it is for me. So, hello. I have gone to the gym the past 3 days, and I feel so good, so accomplished, but I'm just not in the mood to do it today. I feel like going to the gym has to be like first thing on my mind. The first thing on my mind today is to finish Rebel Witch by Kristen Ciccarelli. I am currently 90% through with the book. I figured I should give an update before I finish it because I feel like I have not given you besties anything. Obviously, this is the second book in the Crimson Moth duology. It is the conclusion to her literature series. I am really, really enjoying it. I feel as though there are enough scenes with them one-on-one, them being separated or separate, doing their own thing. Lots of plot. Not many twists and turns for me personally. I feel like there was a big one that kind of popped up, but I saw it a mile away when this originally got brought up. Now we're just dealing with the repercussions of that, I guess. Yeah, I love Gideon, really do, and I really like the way he protects but also encourages Rune, and I feel like Rune has really flipped a switch in this second book, which is good. So you'll just have to read to understand kind of what I'm saying. I feel like I'm like the last person to read this book, so I'm sure you've already read it. If you have, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I have 42 minutes left in the book, so we're gonna sit down, we're gonna grind, we're gonna read this last 42 minutes of the book. I'm really sad to finish it, but I have started this forever ago, and it is just time. It is just time to finish her. It is April 4th, and if you know what came out on April 1st, I am dying to read that, and that will be in a different video. I'm so sorry. This video has taken me way too long, and at this point I just need to edit and get it up there, otherwise it's never going to see the light of day, and that's fine, but I'm trying to be better about that. I'm trying to be better about actually editing and uploading the stuff that I do film. I have made a at-home, clearly I haven't gone anywhere, brown sugar shaken espresso. I feel like I have perfected the brown sugar ratio. Let's take a first sip together, okay? My favorite part about brown sugar shaken espressos, the foam on top. Drink this, read my book, and cuddle with my dog, because what better way to spend your morning than exactly what I'm doing? Okay, bye! I have 10 minutes left.
that it's over. But it was good. I liked it. I want to know how many pages this was, god damn it. Because when I was reading it, it like would only have the location. It wouldn't have the page number. 456 pages. Okay. That to me validates my feelings. Because I was like, this book felt so long. But that makes sense now. Yeah. Oh my god, that was good. I miss it. I miss them already. Now, to chat, shall we? Obviously, these are my immediate feelings, okay? But I really enjoyed this duology. I think I'm sitting at like a 4.5. It depends if I keep thinking about it, and then I'll bump it up to a 5. But I didn't get the 5-star feelings, you know? I felt like it was a really long book, but not that that was a bad thing. Like, since it's such a short series, I wanted to be in this world as much as possible. Whereas, like, for example, Zodiac Academy is like a 12-book series plus all of the interconnected novellas that you can read. And so you're in that world for a really long time. Same thing with Throne of Glass. But with these duologies, I feel as though it's really nice to they're fast-paced, short chapters, dual point of view, which I love. And Ciccarelli did a really good job at creating such a complex, high-stakes world in just 2 books. I'm excited to read whatever she comes out with in the future. Overall, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I pulled out my old Kindle because she fits perfectly in my fanny pack, which I bring to the gym. But I really liked it. I would highly recommend if you haven't read this series yet. I feel like I'm the last person to have read it, but that's okay. Okay, comparison is the thief of joy. I liked the book. I had a good time. That is my thoughts. The tagline says, "Love has never been so deadly," and damn, is that a good point. I'm just gonna keep yapping if I don't stop the camera, so.
Hi besties! Thank you so much for yet again watching another reading vlog. You truly are the MVP. We have my coffee here because that is how it happens, but no. Can you hear the foam? Let's do a quick recap because this reading vlog is actually longer than my last one. How did that happen? I don't know. First and foremost, I hope you enjoyed my little montage of my Onyx Storm reading experience. I had to cut out a lot of quotes and spoilers and stuff like that, but I just thought seeing all of my reactions was kind of funny, so I included it. It made me laugh, so I hope it made you laugh if you've read it. I guess let's start talking about Onyx Storm. I'm gonna land on a 4. And if you saw my March reading wrap-up or February reading wrap-up, you would have seen that. To repeat myself, because I like to do that, me editing hates me. I was eating it up. I loved the side characters. The plot took a different direction than I thought. Like I said, I didn't really have any expectations. I was hoping to get some answers. And if anything, we just got more confused. Yeah, the ending low-key pissed me off. I'm still salty about it. I think I do need to do a reread and simply just get all the Easter eggs maybe that I missed. Rebecca Yarros is I think a really good writer, and I am really excited to see where she takes this world. I was really afraid to go on any kind of social media because I didn't want anything spoiled, but after reading it, I went on a deep dive, and let's say there are some really smart people out there. Okay, I don't know how I didn't pick up on anything like that. I read for vibes, and I don't theorize. That rhymed. That was so good, actually. Needless to say, it was a really good book. I don't think it's my favorite in the series. It felt a little slow. It felt a little long. I was so excited that it felt a little long and slow because we have been waiting patiently for that book, and now we are waiting anxiously for the next one. Yeah, Miss Rebecca Yarros, you are ruthless to do that to the book girlies. Okay, then moving on to Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I ended up DNFing this, my first DNF of the year. What the frick? Not my best moment. I just genuinely did not care, and then when I found out what the ending was, I didn't really care how we got there, okay? The first part had me hopeful, but then I just got bored, and when I start skimming stuff and I don't care, and I'm at 66% through the book, chances are I'm not going to like it. So that's a DNF, and I'm so sorry. And it's like my first official DNF. Like, I don't see myself picking it up. Sometimes I'll put books down and then like pick it up later, but I don't think I'm going to. The Bride sequel, though, I will be picking up for sure. You got me fucked up. Definitely looking forward to that release by her. And then the next book I read was Rebel Witch by Kristen Ciccarelli. That was fun, going on an adventure to figure out how to pronounce her last name. And I was humbled. I loved this duology so much. I would definitely recommend it. It's YA, but it didn't feel YA. And then I think watching that interview just kind of made me feel a little bit more connected and overall more appreciative, I guess, of the story. So it was a typical cat and mouse thing. You know, I was very interested to see where she was going to take it, because the characters would wind up together and then they would be separated, and then they would wind up together and then they would be separated. And because it's a witch and a witch hunter, like, the stakes were just so high. I did see the plot twist coming, which I never do. So that was pretty cool. And I think she like really amped it up in the second book. I had a great time. I think it's a 4.5. I have fond memories of it. Okay, this is not my third time sitting down to film something because I forgot. The next book I read was Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. This book was the final installment to this trilogy, and man, it just felt good to be back with these characters. I loved seeing the glimpses of the previous couples, and then also getting Fionn and Rose's story. Yeah, I felt like it was a good conclusion. I liked the epilogues. She kind of hinted at the end kind of her next series, so I'm very excited for that. So I am probably going to continue to pick up Bryn Weaver's future works. I just really fell in love with her writing style and how she blends two genres together. I don't really have much else to say. It definitely wasn't my favorite in the trilogy, but yeah, I feel like this one was heavy on the spice and not so much on the gore crime part, if that makes sense. Like, there's still some scenes, but not as much as I thought the other characters or the other books had. That is my thoughts on Scythe and Sparrow. I think I gave it a 3.5. Yeah, I think that's everything I'm going to talk about. Stay tuned for my next reading vlog. It's going to be reading new releases. I'm really excited. I have lots to read. I'm an overwhelmed reader girly. I'm sure you are as well. I feel maybe a little slumpy too. I feel because there are so many releases, I don't know where to start, and I'm overwhelmed. Stay tuned because there will be reading vlogs coming out like every other book girly. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. It truly means the world. Every like, comment, subscriber, seriously, thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys in my next video very soon. Bye.